Said a lot there. Said a lot there. So I'll turn to you guys for some Q&A. So let's change my screen here. If I can get my screen working. It is not. So let me see if I can fix that. Maybe not. Maybe I can't fix it. Technical difficulties. There we go. I got it now. Got it. I'm a whiz with tech, just so you know. All right, so Bitcoin is at $35,224. It went up as high as 35,862, almost 36,000. It took a breather, and now it's sitting around 35,200-ish, right? Obviously, you can see there was a big breakout, but if you zoom out a little bit, you know, for about 2 days, Bitcoin was holding between 34.5 and let's just say 30,000, right? So last few days, I talked about how, yeah, there's going to be small dips and here, you know, buying opportunities, but overall, these jumps, you know, the frequency of these jumps are increasing at an exponential rate, right? So this period was only about 2 days. 2 days. So let's zoom out a little bit. No, that's too far. Okay, but down here, right? It took 22 days for Bitcoin to break above 19.5. Then it took about 8 days to break 24.2. Then it took about two and a half days to break above 29.2. Now, you know, where we are now, breaking above, it's pretty darn quick. I have to zoom in a little bit. Let's just, you know, let's just draw it out just to be consistent. But I'm thinking it's like 2 days, right? So from here, this 34.5 to here, no, that's not what I want. That's not date range. Date range right here. Okay, so from here to here, 3 days. Sorry, I was off by 1 day, right? So it took us only 3 days to break above 34,500, and now we're 35,300, and by the end of the stream, we could be at 36. I'm saying 100. I meant thousands, all right? In case you can't tell, I had a few before I started this stream. So by the end of the stream, we could see $36,000, which is what I meant. And who knows where it'll be tomorrow, right? It could be 36, 37. I've always said after 20,000, things start moving quick. They start moving really, really quick. Things just move, and there's really no lines, no rhyme or reasons or anything like that because it's unknown territory. Every time now Bitcoin forms a new all-time high, it's unknown territory because there is nothing above it. It's never been this high before, right? So all these lines I've been drawing are just you know, recent supports, resistances. But as you're noticing, they only last a few days now. They don't even last a week or a month. They're lasting for such a short amount of time. So who knows? You know, up here is uncharted territory. You know, who knows? Bitcoin tomorrow, we could wake up and Bitcoin's at $40,000, right? Just this morning, I talked about how Bitcoin now being at $35,000, you know, to think that it could go to 50,000 doesn't seem too far-fetched anymore, right? So right now, it's still, people are wondering, can Bitcoin actually get above 100,000? Can it actually get above 200, 300, 400, $500,000? Right now, maybe it seems like it's a little far off, right? But these jumps are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And at 35,000, 50,000 does not seem unreasonable. I mean, honestly, the way Bitcoin is moving, we could see 50,000 by the end of next week. We could see 40,000 by the end of this week, right? Once we hit 40,000, 50,000 is right around the corner. And once we hit 50,000, does it seem like 100,000 is that far-fetched? No. You just have to double from 50,000 to 100,000, right? And once we hit 100,000, does 200,000 seem far-fetched? No, because we're already at 100,000, right? So these kind of jumps and increments, right, is making what seems far-fetched now reality, right? What once seemed the impossible, that Bitcoin could actually get above $100,000 to six figures, now does not seem so far-fetched. Does not seem like fantasy or dream. Actually seems like it's right around the corner, right? So those of you guys that stuck with it, congratulations. I know a lot of you guys have stuck with me for a while, and you picked up Bitcoin in the 3,000s, right? Now you have made 11x within less than a year. Think about that, 1,100% gains within just 7-8 months, right? So that's the way to do it. That's the way you win at Bitcoin. You buy low, you hold low, and then you wait for life-changing wealth. That's how it's always been. That is how it is, and how it will always be, right? So yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting.
Indeed.
Now I said a lot, so I'm gonna pour myself a drink before
Indeed,
I get
George.